In this video, you'll receive advice from a PT student that has completed the interview process successfully. Coming up. Hi guys, Salone here with Expanded Self Physical Therapy and Community Health, helping you expand your education and excel in physical therapy and related professions. On this channel, we interview students and practitioners offering tools, tips, and resources, which can be found in the description area. If you're new here, consider subscribing and spreading the word. But hey, in this video, I'm with Scott Porter, and he's going to share some advice on how to best prepare for the interview process. So, Scott, tell us how you prepare for your physical therapy school interview.
So how I prepared with FIU physical therapy program, I basically looked up a lot of my professor's research beforehand. That way I had kind of like a little bit of a talking tool in order to use just to have a little bit of a conversation starter. It kind of gave me a good background as to where my professors were as their research, what their interests were,
Awesome.
and how they kind of went about getting their research, and how they got into PT school is also a good little starting point.
Perfect. That's some good advice, guys. So how many interviews did you go on?
I went on 2 interviews, and I got accepted to both schools, and I kind of just made the best decision what I thought was going to be right for me and my family. Obviously, you know, with the cost of school these days, you have to take price into consideration. I think for me, getting a little closer to home and staying with my family for a little bit of time to save some money would definitely help. So.
Okay, perfect. How did you respond, would you say? Give us one scenario of a question that you were asked, and then your response.
I think just take it slow. I think so many students are just so quick to kind of jump the gun on the questions because they're so antsy and nervous. I think just take it in. I would pause for about 4 to 5 seconds, really break down the question, and then put it into parts, and I think to summarize it at the end is probably the best way.
Perfect. So did you feel you were prepared for your questions when they came?
I did. I kind of wrote down a whole list of possible questions that I would get asked. I made sure that I was basically good with all my musculoskeletal anatomy and stuff like that.
Yes. Okay.
I think as far as the person that was going to interview me, I think it's definitely critical to kind of look up their background before you go in there, just so you can have some talking points and you kind of know where the conversation is going to be guided.
Okay. Perfect. And last question. So in review of the best ways to prepare for an interview questions, you would say just go through that list one more time. Look up the professor.
Yep, I definitely say look up all the staff and faculty, all the professors, maybe even adjunct professors that are possibly in the community and still practicing as active clinicians. Definitely write down a list of possible questions, write down your strengths and weaknesses and how you can turn those weaknesses into strengths.
Yes.
I think another thing is also just get a sense of the university for which you're applying. I felt that FIU was very encompassing. I knew that the students that were going to be there are very multicultural, so I knew I was going to get a good cultural dynamic aspect in that sense. So yeah, I'd say those would be my tips.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And question of the day, what preparation tips do you have to share? Connect with us in the comment section where, hey, some of the best tips and conversations are happening. So make sure to engage and become a part of the Expanded Self community. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click that like button. And remember, all show notes and links to tools, tips, and resources shared are in the description area. So check that out, and I'll see you in the next video. This is the hook for the third PT student question. Thank you so much. You have to